introduce, most of you probably already know, Bob Paolino. And over on this side, Seth Labovitz. These two guys have been keeping these lines in their head since June. And as heads get older, they don't retain lines all that well. So we've been a lot of work has gone into doing this, and I'm really grateful to them for that. I wrote this play a couple of years ago. Actually was staying with a very dear friend of mine in Italy, and we were up in a little village in the Alps. I mean, somebody has to do it. And I spent that summer writing this play. Of course, it's been revised quite a bit since then. But I just want you to know that the Redbird is dedicated to Franca Tanti, who's my dear friend in Italy, and who is sound asleep at the moment, I hope. We're glad to have you all here. We don't have a theater exactly, so we're going to do this a little differently. We don't have lights to come up, we don't have a curtain closed and all the rest of that. So we're just going to give us a few seconds to get ready, and then the show will start, okay? When it's over, we'll hang around. You want to talk about it, anything, we're here happy to talk, okay? If I got any questions before we start? Okay, just give us a few seconds and the show will go.
Oh man, look at that redbird over there. Wow, what a gorgeous bird.
What bird?
Oh, that one over there.
I don't see no bird.
Open your eyes
Why?
so you can see the bird.
What bird?
That one over there.
I don't see no bird.
Well, open your... forget it. Jeez. Right. Ben's late today.
Nah, it's his day to bring the snack. He probably stopped off somewhere to buy something.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he's usually the first one here.
How would you know? You're always last.
Well, there you go. That just proves what I'm saying. Ben's almost always first.
But you're not here. How do you know I'm not here first most of the time?
Are you?
Of course not, Ben.
That's what I've been saying.
Yeah, but how do you know?
How do I know what?
How do you know Ben's here first most of the time?
You just told me, for Christ's sake.
Hey, never mind. You're hopeless, you know that?
Yeah, I know. My wife tells me every 5 minutes. Hey, now that your eyes are open, you can see the bird.
What bird?
That one over... Ah, crap. Now it's gone.
What is?
The bird.
What bird?
The bird over there.
Eddie, there ain't no bird over there. There ain't no bird here anywhere. What's the matter with you?
What's the matter with me? What's the matter with you?
Nothing's the matter with me.
Yeah, but nothing's the matter with me either.
Well, good. That's good. We're both perfect then. That's good to know.
Good. Where the hell is Ben?
We talked about that already. Don't you remember? He's getting the snack. I mean, you forgot that already?
No. I knew that. I meant, why isn't he here already?
Because he's getting the snack.
I know that.
Well, then why did you... You know what? Forget it.
Yeah. Good idea. I think I'll take a walk. Maybe Ben will be here when I get back.
Where are you going?
See if I can find that bird.
What bird?
The red bird that was over there.
Eddie, for Christ's sake, there weren't no bird there. What's the matter with you? There weren't no bird there.
Well, do me a favor, will you?
What?
Just close your eyes and wait for Ben to get here.
Why should I close my eyes?
All right, leave them open then.
Of course I'll leave them open. Why would I close my eyes?
No reason, don't close them.
I won't.
Good.
Good.
Good. I think I'll take a walk. Yes.
Why are you taking a walk?
What? To see if I can find that bird. The red bird that was over there. Maybe, tell Ben I'll be back soon. Okay?
Ben's not here yet.
is not here yet. Just, I'll be back in a minute.
Hello, Wilbur. Eddie's not here yet?
Yeah, he's here. He's taking a walk.
Taking a walk? Why is he taking a walk? He walked all the way here already.
I don't know. He's losing his marbles, you know.
Why you say that?
Well, for starters, he's imagining things.
Like what?
Birds.
Birds? What birds?
Exactly.
Exactly what?
Exactly what you said. What birds? There ain't no birds here nowhere, but Eddie swore there was birds.
You kidding?
No, he was seeing a redbird over there somewhere, and he wanted me to look. So I looked, but there weren't no bird there.
So what'd you say?
I said, Eddie, there ain't no bird there.
And what did he say?
Well, he looked kind of confused for a second, and then he said he must have flown away or something. I don't know. Now he's going looking for that imaginary bird.
Jeez. Well, you know, Eddie's head's always been a little in the clouds.
You're telling me. Mr. Rose-colored glasses he's always been. People are basically good and all of that crap.
You've always been exactly the opposite. You're just as bad as he is, you know, only in the other direction.
What are you talking about?
In your opinion, people are crap. All people are crap.
Well, they are. I'm just facing facts, that's all. People are the pits. People are miserable. People are the cause of most of the unhappiness in the world.
Even you.
Especially me. Like I said, I face facts. What'd you bring to eat?
Potato chips.
Potato chips? Are you nuts?
What's wrong with potato chips?
What's wrong with potato chips? Everything's wrong with potato chips. They're loaded with fat, you know.
What are you talking about? It's just potatoes. There's nothing wrong with potatoes. Half the world lives on potatoes. You're Irish, for Christ's sake. You're practically made out of potatoes.
Yeah, boiled potatoes, baked potatoes, mashed potatoes, not potato chips. Potato chips are just oil with a little bit of potato mixed in.
Ah, you're nuts. They're not so bad.
Yeah, you think so? You ever drop a potato chip and step on it by accident? You could polish the whole floor from that one greasy spot.
Since when are you so health conscious?
Yeah, since my heart attack.
You didn't have a heart attack.
I had a
You
heart
had
attack.
a little arrhythmia. The doctor told you to cut down on coffee. You did, and you've been fine ever since, right?
No, I'm not fine. You're never fine again after a heart attack. I mean, I have to be very careful what I eat. I have to be careful what I do. I have to be careful about everything.
So that explains the baby carrots you brought yesterday?
Carrots are good for you.
Yeah, maybe so. They make a lousy snack.
You don't like carrots?
Carrots okay now and then. I just don't want to sit in the park for an hour eating raw carrots.
Well, it's better than committing slow suicide eating potato chips.
What do you mean suicide?
You know what I mean.
Alright, maybe in the long run potato chips aren't exactly good for you. But, I mean, once in a while, and they're tasty, I enjoy them, okay?
Okay. Your funeral.
Would you stop at the funeral business already? Okay, look, the potato chips are gonna kill me. In the meantime, though, I'm gonna enjoy them, alright?
Sure, that's fine. Tomorrow I'll bring you a syringe with a heroin overdose. It'll kill you, but in the meantime, you'll really enjoy it.
It's a potato chip, for God's sake. It's not heroin.
Tomato, tomato.
And where the hell's Eddie?
I told you already, he's looking for birds.
Yeah, I know. How long is he gonna look?
I suppose until he finds them, or thinks he finds them.
You really think he's getting senile?
All I know is all of a sudden he's got this thing about birds. He's seeing birds everywhere. I don't know if it's Alzheimer's or what it is. I just know he's seeing birds that ain't there.
Jeez. I mean, I hope he's okay. I mean, it's hitting him already. Maybe we're next.
Sure, not me. Ain't gonna happen to me.
How do you... You don't know that. None of us know that.
Because if it starts happening to me, I'm checking out. That's what I mean.
What do you mean checking out? What do you mean? You mean suicide? You're gonna kill yourself?
You're damn right. I ain't going out drooling all over myself and mumbling about dandelions or something.
You might not even know.
What do you mean?
Well, people who are crazy or senile or whatever, They don't necessarily know they're crazy. I mean, everybody else knows, but they don't know.
How do you know? You ever been crazy?
No. No more than everybody else, anyway.
Yeah? You sure? Because according to you, you wouldn't know anyway.
Look, I'm not going to argue with you. Let's assume you know you're going around the bend and never coming back. So you decide to kill yourself. It's not that easy, you know?
Sure it is. It's the easiest thing in the world. It's staying alive that's hard.
Ah, so you think suicide is easy, do you? You know, most of the people who try to kill themselves don't succeed. Did you know that?
You and your statistics. You got a statistic for everything. You think nobody knows you make up half of that stuff?
I don't make stuff up. And I didn't say nothing about statistics. Statistics are numbers. I didn't say anything about any numbers.
You said most of the people. That word most is the same as a number. It's like saying over 50%. That's a statistic.
Right, never mind. My point is, it's easy to say you kill yourself, but it's hard to do.
Man, you should see all those birds.
What birds you talking about, Eddie?
Oh, down that way, a couple of 100 yards. Yeah, there's people feeding them. Yeah, they're all over the place. Cardinals, blue jays, mockingbirds. Yeah, pigeons, of course. Oh, man, God, birds are beautiful. God, they are so beautiful. I got a feeder at home, you know. Yeah, I get such pleasure out of watching those things. Hey, what a kick it would be to be able to fly, huh? Do you ever wish you were a bird?
No.
Why not? Wouldn't you like to be able to fly like that?
No.
No, why not?
Because I'm not a bird, Eddie. I'm a person. And so are you. I mean, you do know that, don't you?
Of course I know that. That's a stupid question. Why would you ask me a question like that?
Well, you got this bird thing all of a sudden. I'm a little worried about you sometimes, that's all.
Worried? What do you mean worried? How worried?
Nothing, forget about it.
Hey, what about here, Eddie? You see any birds here?
No, not now. But there was a redbird in the tree a while back. But he flew away.
Uh-huh.
What do you mean, uh-huh?
I just mean uh-huh. Uh-huh means uh-huh. I mean, you speak English. Why are you asking me what it means?
I mean, why did you say it like that?
Like what? I just said uh-huh.
No, you said, uh-huh, like that.
Jeez, I don't know what to tell you, Eddie. Look, you're right, all right? There's birds here everywhere. Just look at all those, that tree over there is full of birds. Just look at all those beautiful birds.
What birds?
And that tree over there.
Wilbur, you feeling all right today?
No, I feel like crap. I got a bad heart, remember?
Ah, what are you talking about? You're as healthy as a horse. You'll outlive the two of us.
Fat chance of that. I could go any minute, you know. Any minute. The old ticket could just say, that's it, no more. And that would be that. You guys would have to call a hearse to come and get me. You better keep that number handy, in fact. Be prepared, you know. That's the Army's motto.
It's the Boy Scouts. Be prepared. It's the Boy Scout motto, not the Army.
Boy Scouts? What's a Boy Scout got to be prepared for? Rain on a merit badge or something? It's the Army that's got to be prepared. I mean, you remember Pearl Harbor, don't you?
No, I don't remember Pearl Harbor. I wasn't born yet, neither were you.
All right, wise guy, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, but that don't change the fact. Be prepared is the Boy Scout motto, not the Army.
All right, whatever. Anyway, you guys ought to keep that number on you somewhere. I mean, I could just drop dead any minute.
Now, will you live to be 100? You'll have to bury the both of us.
Yeah, after all, we both eat potato chips, so our days are numbered.
What? What's about potato chips? Hey, I love potato chips.
Wilbur says the potato chips will kill us. Says they're as bad as heroin.
They're not good for you, yeah, I know that. But heroin, yeah, that might be a little exaggerated.
Says you. Look, dead from potato chips is just as dead from heroin. There ain't no difference.
Or coffee, or hamburgers, huh? or that taxi cab that you didn't see when you were crossing over 8th Avenue on the way over here. Eh? What's the difference? We're all gonna die or something.
Yeah, well, I'd just rather it be something I didn't do to myself, that's all.
Wait a minute. You're just talking about killing yourself.
If I decide that I want to, but not just because of being stupid like you guys.
Why the hell would you ever want to kill yourself, for Christ's sake?
Well, probably I won't, but you never know.
He says he would kill himself if he starts going senile.
Well, you might not know, you know. Old farts like us, they don't always know when they're starting to lose it.
Well, I mean, if people start telling me, then I'll know for sure.
What would they tell you? People don't tell you you're going nutso.
Well, sometimes they do. I mean, like, say, you start seeing things that ain't there. I mean, people would tell you that.
Same things, like what things?
Birds, for instance.
Birds?
Birds.
You trying to tell me I'm seeing birds that ain't there?
I'm just saying for instance, that's all.
Look, let's forget about the birds already, huh? Let's get back to this suicide thing. So you say you would kill yourself if you knew you were going around the bend and never coming back. But nothing else, right? I mean, how about cancer, let's say? You get cancer, you know you're gonna die, and ain't gonna be no fun in the meantime, so, what then, huh? Would you kill yourself then?
No.
Why not?
Because I already know that I'm gonna die. And I already know it ain't gonna be no fun. In the meantime, I still don't want to kill myself. Not most of the time, anyway.
Not most of the time. Well, you mean sometimes you do?
Absolutely.
When, for instance?
Last week, Friday,
What happened last week Friday?
my wife dragged me to the opera. I hate opera.
You wanted to kill yourself because of the opera. Get out of here.
Yeah, you weren't at this opera.
All right, what was so bad about this opera that made you want to kill
I don't
yourself?
want to talk about it.
Why not?
Because it was so bad I wanted to kill myself. Why would I want to talk about something like that?
Well, jeez, I'm not crazy about the opera either, but there's nothing about it that makes me want to do myself in forever.
Like I said, you weren't there.
Okay then, you gotta tell us. I mean, you can't just tell us something was that bad and not tell us why.
Sure I can.
Just to be a pain in the ass, you mean?
Oh, you think I'm a pain in the ass? That's what you think of me? I'm just some pain in the ass to you?
No. Not just some pain in the ass, Wilbur. You're different from most. See, you're like a professional pain in the ass. You take pride in it. You work at it.
Do not.
No. He's right. It just comes naturally.
Very funny. You guys are a bundle of laughs, you know that? You see how I'm laughing? Jeez, my two best friends, too.
All right, I'm sorry. I was just joking around, but I mean, I do want to know about this opera. What was so bad? Come on, tell us.
All right, so my wife makes me put on a suit and tie and go to this opera, see? Well, the curtain goes up and these people start singing in some foreign language, German or Polish or something, so you can't understand it. But there's a summary in the program, so you know that this young guy falls in love with this young girl. Now, she's supposed to be 16 and beautiful, but in fact, she's 50 if she's a day, and she weighs about 300 pounds, so the whole young love thing is a little hard to swallow.
Well, it's an opera. It's about the music. You're not supposed to worry about how the singers look.
Well, then why don't they just stand up there and sing, huh? I mean, why the acting and the costumes and the scenery and all of that crap if it's only music?
Well, you're supposed to get into the story too, but you gotta suspend disbelief.
I got what?
Suspend disbelief. That's what it's called when you go to the theater or an opera or you watch a movie or anything. The willing suspension of disbelief. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do so you can get into the story.
You mean I'm supposed to believe that the fat old lady is a beautiful young kid? How am I going to do that? I got eyes, you know. When they see a fat old lady, they tell me that I'm looking at a fat old lady. I mean, how am I not going to believe my own eyes?
Just let your imagination tell you that she's a beautiful young girl. That's all. It's easy.
Not for me, it ain't. I ain't got that much imagination.
All right, never mind. So what happens?
All right, so the young guy who's the hero, you see, you know he's the hero because he sings tenor. It's like the old westerns where the good guys wore white hats and the bad guys wore black hats. Well, opera's the same thing, only the good guys sing tenor and the bad guys sing bass. So anyway, the fat old lady, sorry, the beautiful young girl, thinks that the tenor's been killed because she finds him lying on the floor, and I guess she's nearsighted as well as old and fat. She can't see that he's still breathing. So she throws herself down across his body. Now I'm sitting in the cheap seats in the second balcony, mind you, and I can see the poor guy wince from up there. So then she sits up and sings some more, and you can see this tenor gasping for breath. And then she throws herself down on the poor putz again, and I'm thinking, how the hell is this guy going to sing with busted ribs? And I look at my watch and I see that we're only 30 minutes into this thing and there's still 2 hours to go. And I start thinking, this would be a good time, God.
Ah, malarkey. You didn't really want to die because of the opera.
Like I said,
You wasn't
weren't
there. Yeah, I know. Hey, enough of your bullshit for one day, okay? Face it. You don't want to die. Not now, not ever.
Not now? You're right. Not ever. That's taking a lot for granted.
How come?
Listen, my father lived to be 90 years old. In the last 4 or 5 years of his life, he was crippled with arthritis, something awful. I mean, he couldn't walk. He couldn't even feed himself. He just got weaker and weaker and then hurt more and more. And every day he would say something like, why am I still here? Sometimes when he woke up in the mornings, he would cry when he realized he had to live through another day. So no, you're right, I don't want to die yet, but I don't want to suffer like Pop did either. That's the choice that God gives us. That God that the two of yous are so high on. You can either die while you still want to live, or you can let God torture you until you're begging him for death.
God doesn't torture us, Wilbur.
No? Well, who then?
I don't know. Nobody. Nobody's torturing me. What, do you think you're being tortured?
Yeah, I do. It ain't that bad yet, but it started.
What are you talking about, Wilbur?
Tell me something, Ben. You notice anything hurting when you get up in the morning?
Of course. I'm an old man. Lots of things hurt.
Yeah. Is it going to get any better?
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, cut the crap, Ben. Is it going to get any better?
I don't know. It might. There's new medicines coming out every day.
You're whistling in the dark, Ben. Look, it's just the 3 of us here, nobody else listening, not your rabbi, not your wife, nobody. So tell the truth. In your heart of hearts, you know the truth. Is it going to get any better?
Probably not.
Of course not, and you know it. And when we're young, pains come and go. They're temporary. So we don't mind living with them now and then. But now we're old. They come and stay. They accumulate. The next time something new starts to hurt, you can say to yourself, ah, crap, that's going to hurt for the rest of my life. Am I right?
Exaggerating a little maybe, but yeah, basically, you're right.
Right, Eddie?
You're making it sound a lot worse than it is.
Worse than it is so far, you mean, right? We're old, but we're not that old yet. Ain't that what you're saying? Or do you think you'll still feel as good as you do now if you live another 10 to 15 years, say?
No, well, of course not.
Of course not, because you know as well as I do that from here until we die, things are going to get worse. Pain is going to get stronger and stronger while every muscle in your body, every bone, every tendon or whatever gets weaker and weaker, right?
Where are you going with this, Wilbur?
Nowhere. I already said it. God tortures us to death. Unless you're lucky enough to die of something like a heart attack while you're still in decent shape. Life is good. You're doing great. You're happy to be alive. And wham! You grab your chest for a few seconds and hit the floor. Dead and gone. That's the best we got to hope for. To die quick while we still want to live.
Jeez. Thanks for making my day, Wilbur.
Like I said, I face facts.
No, maybe some facts are better left unfaced.
What?
There's a million things to think about. Some good, some bad. You think about the bad things all the time. All I'm saying is, why not think about the good things instead? Life's better that way.
Life's better that way. What way?
You're thinking about the good things.
What good things?
I don't know. You know, love, beauty, friendship, things like that.
Friendship? What friendship? There ain't no such thing as friendship.
Oh, for crying out loud. You're really in a funk today, Wilbur, you know that? There's no friendship. Why are the three of us here every day, huh? 'Cause we're your friends.
Yeah, maybe.
What do you mean, maybe? Well, we grew up together. We've known each other, what, 60, 70 years. We've always helped each other out when one of us needed help. That's what friendship means. Why would you say maybe?
All right, with you two, I would say probably. But only with the two of yous. Everybody else is a maybe.
Why are you being such a verbissiner today?
I am not a fabissiner.
Sure you are.
I am not.
Well, you're sure acting like one.
I am not a fabissiner. I have never been a fabissiner. I will never be a fabissiner, all right?
All right.
What the hell is a fabissiner?
You just said you weren't one.
Well, I'm not.
Well, if you don't know what it means, how do you know you're not one?
Because I can tell by the tone of your voice that it's something that I'm not, all right? So, what is it?
It's Yiddish.
Of course it's Yiddish. I didn't think it was Norwegian. What does it mean?
It's a person who's disappointed, disillusioned, bitter.
Well, that sure sounds like you, Wilbur.
Nah.
So now that you know what it means, you still think you're not a verbissiner?
Well, maybe today I am a little bit of a fabissiner.
Why? Why today?
Indigestion.
Indigestion?
Yeah, and heartburn. It's killing me. Been this way ever since I walked over here a little while ago.
You mean that's why you think you got no friends, because you got heartburn?
No, that's just why I'm saying it out loud.
Jeez, God, that indigestion must be really bad. You've always been a pessimist, but I've never seen you like this. You want me to go get you some Rolaids or something?
Nah, Rolaids ain't gonna cure what ails me.
So then what is ailing you today then, Wilbur? I mean, Eddie's right. I've never seen you this down before. So tell me, what's gotten into you today?
I don't know, just life. I'm sorry, guys. I'll try to put a smile on my face, okay? How's this?
Grotesque. I'm going to get you some Rolaids.
Nah, sit down. Take you half an hour to get over there and back. I'll stop by a drugstore on the way home.
I don't mind. There's a drugstore right over there on 5th Street. Yeah. Besides, there's lots of birds out today. I like seeing the birds anyway.
You and your birds. I mean, I know you've always liked birds, but what's gotten into you lately?
Yeah, it's like you're turning into a bird or something. You haven't started eating worms, have you?
Only once in a while. If I happen to see a big fat juicy one. I'm kidding. I don't eat no worms. Only my wife's cooking.
Hey, what are you
Sometimes
talking
I think
about?
worms might not be a bad alternative.
Ethel's a good cook.
Yeah, when you're there. Yeah, company always gets a good meal. She spends the whole day in the kitchen then. Yeah, well, when it's just me, yeah, I get what's in the fridge. Stuck in the microwave, warmed up a little.
Yeah. So does everybody else. That's life.
My point exactly. Life is a warmed-up leftover. It tastes like crap, but it keeps us here, so we keep eating it.
So tell me something, Wilbur. Why do you want to stay alive? Feeling the way you do? Assuming you really feel this way, which I very much doubt.
You want to know the truth?
No. I'd like to hear some more of your bullshit. Yeah, of course I want to know the truth.
All right. It's Because of you guys.
What? Because of us? You want to stay alive because of us?
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, why us, Wilbur? What the hell are you talking about?
Look, we come here every day, right? Unless it's raining or snowing or something. Most every day though, hot or cold, winter, summer. We've been doing it for, what, 10 years now?
Yeah. So?
Well, so when I wake up in the morning, my first thought is, I'll go to the park today and see Ben and Eddie. And I feel good about that. But it's the only thing I feel good about anymore. It's the only thing I look forward to. So I guess it's probably the only thing, the only reason I really want to stay alive. I mean, you understand?
Yeah, I do. Now that you mention it, never really thought of it before, but yeah, you're right. This is about the only thing in my day that I look forward to anymore.
Well, there's other things too, nice things now and then, but as far as every day is concerned, routine, I mean, geez, you guys are pretty much in. Hell of a thing, huh?
And see, that's why the whole friendship thing scares the hell out of me. Because part of me is always afraid that one day I'll show up and you guys won't be here. Or maybe you'll just tell me to go find some other bench because you're tired of my bullshit or whatever.
Oh, you really think that, Wilbur?
Yeah, I really do. I mean, part of me doesn't think it's going to happen, but another part of me is always scared because so many people have just written me off when they thought I wasn't no use to them no more. And I mean, what the hell are you somebody to anybody now?
No, what are you talking about? We're not going anywhere. I'm not, anyway. I mean, you're all I got too. God help me.
Look, wait a minute now. We all got wives, don't forget. Ethel and Marge are great gals, both of them. So is Ruth, for that matter. We all got good women, even if they get on our nerves a lot of the time. Hey, we get on their nerves too. But look, I mean, if two of us were to walk in front of a bus on the way home today, the one who's left will still have a wife.
Maybe he will.
What do you mean, maybe?
I don't know. Things happen. I mean, people die, or they up and leave sometimes. Sometimes people have been married 50 years, like us. One day one of them just says, I don't love you no more. Grabs a suitcase and walks out the door. Like Carol Altmeyer did to Marcus a few years ago. You remember that, don't you?
Yeah, I remember that. Poor Marcus. The guy was devastated. He didn't see it coming.
I see, that's my point. You're better off seeing it coming. That's the real reason I'm such a listener, as you say. I've been hurt so many times that now I'm afraid I won't see something coming.
Jeez, Wilbur, what good is life like that? In my book, it's better to enjoy life. Have what fun you can. Yeah, if something bad happens, well, you cross that bridge when you have to. In the meantime, hey, enjoy the Redbird, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, the rose-colored glasses thing.
Yeah, that's your word for it. I don't think of it that way. I think of it as enjoying the good things while you can and dealing with the bad things when you have to, that's all.
Yeah, you know, that makes a lot of sense, Eddie, but only if you can handle those bad things when they hit you in the face like a baseball bat while you were laughing about something else. I wish I was like you, I really do. But I'm not, and there's nothing I can do about it. That baseball bat that I didn't see coming hurts me more than 1,000 laughs are worth.
Jeez, you really do need some Rolaids.
Yeah, maybe I'll feel better if I eat something. Give me a potato chip.
You gonna eat it, or you want me to crush it up and shoot it into a vein?
Very funny, just give me a chip, all right?
Hey, you know, I ran into a Seamus Beasley at the grocery yesterday. He said, Mac James ain't doing so good.
Well, yeah? Well, I'm not surprised. You know, Mac's been in bad shape for years now. They didn't think he'd make it this long.
What's he got anyway?
Yeah, I don't know, some kind of cancer. Colon, I think.
Prostate, Seamus said.
Ah, yeah, that's right. It was prostate. It takes out a lot of older guys.
Yeah. Well, you know, my doctor, we shouldn't worry about it too much now. Says that at our age, lots of times they don't even treat it. He said even if I got it now, I'd probably die of something else first.
Now there's a comforting thought.
Well, it is comforting. To me, anyway. It's one less thing to worry about. Kind of like sex. Ain't gonna worry about that no more than I know.
Sex was a worry to you?
Well, not a worry exactly. It's kind of a hassle sometimes, you know, making sure the wife is always happy. Yeah. Kind of glad it's done with, to tell you the truth.
What do you mean done with? You saying you got no lead in the pencil no more?
Nothing to write home about. But you say you and Marge still get it on?
Regularly.
Well, you're kidding.
Absolutely. Christmas and Easter.
I'll bet.
You laugh. Ever since I found out about Santa Claus, it's the only reason I look forward to Christmas.
So, how old were you when you found out about Santa Claus?
62.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, hey, at least you got Christmas and Easter. What have I got?
I'm saying Yom Kippur, maybe. What do I know? Jews celebrate all kinds of things.
Nah, Jews don't celebrate. It's not in our culture. We mourn.
Blarney. You Jews got more big family holidays than Christians do.
Yeah, but we're very careful not to enjoy them. Hey, you know all those Jewish mother jokes?
Yeah, what about them?
We don't call them jokes. We call them family stories. You laugh. Hey, as it happens, I went to visit my mother 2 days ago.
Yeah? Well, how's she doing? Man, I haven't seen her in, must be 10 years or more. How old is she now?
She's 97. Yeah.
Wow.
Doing pretty well, I guess. But, you know, she's confused. Doesn't know me half the time. Some days are better than others, you know. Anyway, the other day I'm sitting there, I'm telling her about this and that, and she's just looking at me kind of funny. So I said, Ma, do you know me? You know what she said?
What?
She said, I don't know you, but I know I don't like you. Yeah, it's funny, but you know, in a way it's not so funny, you know?
Yeah, look, she's old and, you know, a little off her rocker.
Yeah, I
I
know, but still, it's your mother, you know. Kind of tough to hear her say something like that. I mean, you can't help wonder, you know, maybe it's the truth. And the only thing that's wrong with her now is just she actually comes out and says it.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. You know your mother loved you, Ben. She was a sweetheart. I remember the way she used to feed us when we were kids. It was always fun to go to your house because we came out stuffed to the gills. You remember, Eddie?
Oh, yes. Sure, I remember. Look, Wilbur's right. Your mom thought the sun rose and set on you. Your sister always complained about it, in fact.
Yeah, maybe. Well, in those days anyway. Well, look, it's getting late. I gotta go. I promised the wife I'd take her shopping this afternoon. Grocery shopping, you know. Says she can't carry the bags by herself no more. Tell you the truth. I think she just wants the company.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta get going too. I got a doctor's appointment at 4:30.
What's wrong with you?
No, nothing serious. Just my left elbow hurts whenever I try to do something. You know, pick up a cup of coffee, anything. Yeah. I don't know. Doctor probably won't be able to do anything about it, but I thought I'd give him a shot. Maybe I'll get lucky.
Yeah. Boy, that sure don't mean what he used to, does it?
You got that right, all right. All right, I'll see you tomorrow, guys.
All right, we'll see you, Ben. Take it easy, Wilbur. Hope we get to feeling better tomorrow.
What do you mean better? I'm all right.
Yeah, I mean the heartburn.
Well, yeah, I hope so too. I'll get some Rolaids on the way home.
All right. You gonna hang around a little longer? It's early yet.
Nah, a minute or two maybe, then I'll head on home too. It's no fun just sitting here without you guys.
All right. See you tomorrow.
Hey, Eddie! Eddie! Your Redbird's back! Eddie! Ah, he's deaf as a post. Wow, look at that thing.